This is very, very special, and I'm gonna let you just take it away because this is the only planned airing that we have for this. So I wanna make sure-
Because it's the only planned quantity that I have.
Yeah, I wanna make sure you're able to really impress the specialness.
We've been selling this coin for this Congratulations Eagle. We had an early release Congratulations Eagle that was like $249, completely sold out. Then we got the Congratulations set. It's a set that's put out by the United States government each year. We're about to sell the 2016 Congratulations Eagle here in just a little bit for $2,000.
Right.
Yeah, originally sold that one for $189 too. So we've been selling this. The United States government has been putting out this Congratulations Eagle. It's a special set called the Congratulations set. We're doing it in our exclusive flag core that you see right here. That's why it's been such an incredibly popular coin. But here's why this is more special today than it has been since we've been selling it. We had a news flash literally yesterday from the United States Mint. The 2018 Congratulations set is now sold out.
What?
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So literally the ungraded sets in the last 48 hours, now I'm not even talking about our graded coins, in our exclusive flag core, doubled in price. All of a sudden, just like that, they just doubled in price. And the reason is because the Congratulations set, which basically they take a proof Eagle and they put it in this nice packaging, and you have to send it in the original box, in the original packaging to either NGC or PCGS or Annex, and then they'll certify the coin not only from the Congratulations set, but this is certified 70 as well. Now this is information that we have that virtually, really, most other dealers don't have. As a matter of fact, we went out as soon as we found out, and all the people who don't follow, it's just too bad for them.
Right.
Because they, in essence, sold all of their coins for literally half of what they were. Now, this is my original issue price. I have not raised the price for this final 100 coins. Now, this is special insofar without that information, we had sold many, many, many of these coins because of the flag core. For those of you that have followed us and purchased coins from us for all these years, you know that there's been kind of this label mania in coins. So in other words, you have certified coins, which is what you want to buy because it guarantees the authenticity, it guarantees the grade. But then there's all these billions of different labels and things and thises and that's. What we did is I went we've done this for the year now since the first of this year. We set the new standard. There's one label, this is it. There's one, and we did it and designate it by the core, in other words, this flag core. So this is the rarest. So when you look at all of these certified coins by NGC, the rarest of all these is going to be this flag core. And by the flag core, I mean the thing that holds this is a plastic gasket, a specially made plastic gasket. We have done that in the flag, and I am the exclusive distributor of that worldwide. In other words, nobody else can sell flag core. And by doing that, we guarantee you, in essence, coins that are kind of have guaranteed rarity, that have got, you know what it is. So you cannot buy this coin for less than $189.95, period.
Because you can't.
Well, so because one of the things that we want to do as a collector is you buy anything. What's one of the first questions you ask yourself? Did I get the best price?
Yeah.
This one, absolutely positively 100% guaranteed. Because this is, in essence, the wholesale price. Now, here's the problem with this price. Given that the Congratulations set is now sold out from the United States government, we have that. I know it's listed as back-ordered on the U.S. Mint website, but it's going to go to a sold-out situation. I know that for sure. So if I bring you any more of these, I have these 100 pieces. That's all I have. If I bring you any more than these, it looks like right now, with the pricing, I'm going to be about $279 to $289. So we're looking at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 price increase to be able to do this coin, with the Congratulations set from 2018 sold out. Now, if you look at, like, let's say the 2017 set, the 2017 set, I think I'm selling that coin flag core. I have that coming out. It's going to be like $399. Okay, they did 50,000 of those sets. This set's almost 3 times rarer. We anticipated them selling the Congratulations Eagle for the entire year. Yeah. Because what they did is they would sell some and then they'd wait for some packaging, put it on back order, fill the back orders, do that. So we assumed that's what was happening.
So how does it sell out so quickly like that?
Well, they just didn't make that many. And so that's why it's 3 times rarer than last year's coin. Now, the rarest of all of them was the year before, the 2016. There was only about, I think, 5,000 of those coins, which is what makes it so phenomenally rare, which is what makes that a literally $2,000 coin.
Right.
We're going to sell that here shortly for $2,000. What I have here is my original issue price of $189, even though it's sold out, because I bought these at the old price.
Sure.
I bought these directly, originally from the ungraded coins from the United States government. So I got a great price on them. And as long as I got a great price on them, you're going to get a great price on them. But the problem with this, the key to this, is the fact that you absolutely, positively must take advantage at this pricing only for this quantity. I believe this is the only planned airing of the day, folks.
Yep,
only planned airing of the day because I only have 100 pieces. We're going to have the red oak presentation box still involved with this. It is the flag core, which is exclusive to us. My price has not been increased, even though, like I said, even though we now have word that the congratulations set is completely and totally sold out from the United States government. Price increases on that set have been fairly dramatic in the secondary market literally within the last 24 hours. It's something that you now have information on that is you're ahead of most coin dealers, about 98% of the coin dealers in America. You know more than they do about this congratulations set, Eagle. Now, if you look at the other congratulations sets, they started doing the congratulations set in 2013, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I have all 4 of those available. They're $2,000 a piece.
Wow.
13, congratulations, Eagle, 13, 14, 15, 16, $2,000 a coin. The 17 is $400. I have the very last quantity I have of the now sold out 2018 congratulations American Silver Eagle. I have the very last quantities of those at only $189.95. I'm about to go under 100. That is the absolute very last time I can sell this coin at $189.95. Please, look, if you've been following us here and watching this show for almost going on 20 years now.
20 years.
When I give you an opportunity like this is one of those deals where it's my last of the quantity. When this is something that next time you see it, it's going to be probably $100 more.
Because it's going to cost you more.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's not like I'm going to be charging more. It's like I'm paying more.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the coin that goes in here that I need to certify costs me double. See, I bought this at the original issue price.
Sure.
The coin inside here, before I certify it, is going to cost me $189.95 going forward from the looks of things in the marketplace today, what I've seen in the marketplace today. So what you have is this incredible opportunity to buy the final. It's like, okay, I know it's sold out, but I still have 20 seconds left on the website to be able to get, you know, 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 of these coins. And so that's what the key is. And that's what your opportunity is here. Because like I said, next time you see this, flag core or otherwise, it will not be $189. Okay? It will not be $189. It's going to be likely $300 to $400. I will bring it back now that it's completely and totally sold out.
Now you're going to have to hunt.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's right. And I know we have a clock running out there. We're going to give you just a tiny bit more time.
Yeah, we've got a little hold going.
Because it's extremely busy in the phones, folks. It's extraordinarily busy. Please. And I have to impress upon you this, and I know, you know, look, I'm a pretty excitable boy when it comes to coins, let's face that. But there are certain opportunities, like the first one that we had, the 2016, and this congratulations, Eagle, from 2000, that are simply, absolutely, positively, categorically unrepeatable.
Right.
Because understand, this is a collectible. I
mean, that's the nature of coins.
Yeah, I can't go make these.
Right.
The government frowns on that. I wouldn't do well in prison.
Yeah. That could be a problem. Let's stick to collecting.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to collecting coins. And so what happens is when you get into this situation where they are, where you have a coin like this that has sold out, now all of a sudden, I mean, you know, coins are the ultimate collectible in terms of supply and demand.
Of course.
You know, and so what happens is now the supply is cut off. But this is still the Proof Silver Eagle, one of the most popularly collected coins ever done by the United States government, now in the congratulations set. This is the only congratulations set coin I can currently sell you for less than $400, and other than the 2017, it's the only one I can sell you for less than $2,000.
Well, I want to let you guys know.
Let alone $189.95.
more than half our quantity on this is already gone. So when we put that limited quantity on the screen, I mean, we're being sincere to let you guys know, because we want you to have the opportunity to pick something like this up. This is why you watch these shows at this hour, because you know you're gonna get the first pick, you're gonna get all that inside information, all the extra knowledge that you can expect to get from Mike. Then it makes it so much easier to make an informed decision. And by no means would I want someone to feel rushed when it comes to a decision like this, but we have 5 dozen left.
Yeah, and here comes the other thing. People say, so you'll never sell this again. I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna sell this for as long as I'm selling coins. I'm just not gonna be able to sell it at $189. Look, I sold the original 2016, congratulations, for $189.
Sure.
And then we sold it for $3.99, and then we sold it for $5.99, and then I sold it for $9.99. It was one of the best-selling coins we ever had here at $9.99. And now it's a spectacular opportunity at $2,000. I'm about to sell it.
I mean, it's the nature of coins, right? You're on this wild ride constantly, and unless you can stay on top of all the news constantly, how would you have known that this had already sold out?
That's my job.
Yeah. That's why we love having you here. If I was by myself, I don't know what I would be doing right now.
There's probably 20 people in the United States that know this coin is sold out, other than those of you that just learned about it right here, right now.
Get in there, guys. We're getting really limited on this one. We're going to take a quick break. We have a Morgan dollar on the other side of this break, so don't go anywhere. There's more exciting coins to come.